Efecto la bienvenida a los equipos de Croacia y Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Croatia.
Substitutions can be made very quickly. Tomacic has just signed a 4-year contract to play in the United States. Here's the Australian starting five. The Australians, after their disappointing performance against Costa Rica, have made 2 changes. A change in goal with Suarez coming in to replace the captain, Adam Confoy. And the other change is Elliot Zwangabani, number 9, will start ahead of Jamie Amendolia. So we will get this match underway in just a few moments' time here at Teodoro Flores Stadium. It's a stadium that can hold 4,000 fans. It's far from capacity at the moment, but the wonderful thing about this stadium, it's a gymnasium built in 1946. It's just been renovated, and it does provide wonderful atmosphere regardless of the size of the crowd. The crowds have been very good in the first 4 days of competition, and particularly here, the smaller of the 2 venues, the fans really make their presence felt. Budigan, the goalkeeper for Croatia. And it is going to be very interesting to see just how Tomacic, number 8, performs for Croatia. The Australians so disappointed after their heavy defeat against Costa Rica. Still have Russia to come in this group, and Russia certainly the standout team. So if Australia are to have any chance whatsoever, they would need to take the points here against Croatia. Adam Confoy, the Australian captain, and his place taken in goal by George Suarez. Last words for the Australians. They started very impressively in their opening match, but they were unable to sustain it. A lapse in concentration just before half-time allowed Costa Rica to score 2 quick goals and take the lead. And then they kept going further in front in the second half. Suarez, the man who has the responsibility of holding out Croatia in the goal mouth. Croatian coach Marijan Brincic, the Australian coach for the last 3 World Championships is Jim Roberts. In charge, Futsal Suzuki of Japan. Of course, a total of 4 officials. The man in charge is Mr. Suzuki, though. Australia have the first possession. Hewitt was actually yellow carded in the first 5 or 6 minutes of the last match. This is Aitchison, the vice captain of the team, on the far side, so in the absence of Confoy, he will assume a major leadership role. Strong pass. McCaw was waiting for it. Back to Hewitt. Brett Hewitt forced out of play there by Martic, the captain for Croatia, number 5. Daniel McCaw, number 4 for Australia. Zwangabani goes out to Hewitt. Aitchison, you'll watch the movement of McCaw. When he has the ball, he'll quickly move it forward and get into the target spot. Long ball to that man I mentioned, McCaw. Well, it was over the top, but it was a quick clearance. We saw these tactics by Australia regularly in the first match. The problem was the throws were far too long. Kaljak. Martic. Chaljak. And Gradovic couldn't get his foot on it. This is Zwangabani, one of the new starting 5 for Australia. Taken away by Chaljak. Goes down against Hewitt. Suarez clears it back to the other end. Budigan. Martic, as we have a look at that incident once again at the other end. Hewitt was the Australian involved. Devashagic was the other man from Croatia. Again, the quick clearance. The chance for McCaw again. Well, it was the second opportunity, and Budigan was challenging the Australian. And for the second time in 60 seconds, Daniel McCaw has something of an opening. Tried to get it around past the keeper, and it wasn't too far over the top. So a spirited start by both these sides. Chaljak, one of the 3 members of the Croatian side who play in the Italian league. And of course now they have a man who plays in the American league as well, Tomacic. Hewitt, Zwangabani, Aitchison on the far side, chips it forward. Hewitt was down there, but was out of his reach. And Chaljak brings it back. Gradovic. Gradovic is a key player in any attacking moves by this Croatian side. very impressive player. There he is now on the far side, number 10. Matic, the captain. Gradovic again with Zwangabani. Gradovic forces the pass away. Now it goes out wide. It went through the keeper. It was right wide. Suarez got across, and I think he knew exactly where his goal was. Let it go. Long ball. That really is a waste. Far too long. Straight into the hands of Budigan as we have a look at that shot on goal once again. Just wide of Suarez. Brett Hewitt, one of the older members of the Australian team, hitting the woodwork. Oh my word. Croatia with a real chance. Gradovic was forced out. But so close. And there's the man under pressure at the moment, under siege, is George Suarez. The last thing Australia wanted was to concede a goal at such an early stage in the 3rd minute. Croatia very much starting the favourites in this match. McCaw sending it out to Hewitt. And back to Suarez. Long ball from Suarez again. But Budigan will bring it back with a goal kick. Rolling it out, in fact. Gradovic. On the far side, Eklic. And now Matic, the captain. It is going to be an interesting match here. Australia will have to watch their physical approach. Well done by Aitchison. Robbing Chaljak of the ball. McCaw to Aitchison. And this is something Croatia obviously will be aware of, the fact that Australia at international level has had a tendency to get itself into foul trouble. That works to Croatia's advantage if they can force those fouls. None in the match so far. Matic. Budigan. Croatia at the World Championships for the first time. One of 5 teams making their debut appearance. A wonderful occasion here at Guatemala 2000. Hewitt, once again, taking the ball away. Zwangabani back to Aitchison. The Australians fighting hard. They've regained possession twice in similar circumstances at the halfway, and now they give away possession. Chaljak across to Gradovic. Oh, he misses it. Zwangabani bringing it back. They had 2-on-1 then, Croatia. Hewitt had it at the other end, lost it. And now they're building again. This time, it's the goal for Croatia. The captain scores. Matic, he is the record goal scorer for Croatia. The 30th time he has scored for his nation. Matic getting the first goal of the match. Croatia taking the lead over Australia in the 5th minute. And this is how it happened. The goalkeeper Suarez committed himself, and that was very easy. Matic able to complete it for Croatia to make it 1-0. And there is the scoreline. After just 5 minutes, Croatia in front. Jim Roberts, the Australian coach, up off the bench, about to make a substitution. McCaw, he loses it. Once again, the chance. Suarez was diving away to his right. The shot was off target. Well, the shots are coming thick and fast. Time, once again, Chaljak on his left, just forcing it past the keeper. Suarez again, way too heavy. And that really is just giving possession back to Croatia so simply. Gricha on the far side. Now this is Tomicic, the man who has just returned to the championships. He was in the United States, signed a 4-year deal with Detroit. Didn't play the first game, they missed him. Could have done with him in that game against Russia. Gricha, Tomicic, actually a fine player, the 27-year-old. Not such a fine pass though. They're working backwards at the moment. Australia conceding the first goal in the 5th minute. Amendolia, who's into the action for the first time, called in by coach Jim Roberts. And Amendolia sends it back to Suarez. What can Suarez do this time? Well, this is a very disappointing start by the Australian substitute goalkeeper, taking the place of the captain Adam Confoy. And those attempted fast breaks just not working, with the long ball coughing up possession too easily. Del Pont. Australia will take it from the side. Amendolia looking for Hewitt, and that's a poor pass, and that happened all too frequently in the first game for the Australians. They gave up possession. Marian Bruncic, the coach of the Croatian team, knows the importance of this match after that defeat against Russia in the opening game. Croatia 5th at European Championships. They were up against the team that won the Europeans. They knew it was going to be difficult, but nonetheless hoping for victory. They ended up failing by 2. Tomicic, good ball. Running onto it was Malajic. Once again, the long ball from the Australian keeper, and difficult one for Wells to control. It goes out of play. Earlier, we saw Russia very impressive once again, as they were in the opening match. In Group C, they defeated Costa Rica 6-1, so Russia certainly going through to the next phase of the competition. And they'll go through with a very good record, one fancies. Their last matches against Australia. That will be at the El Domo Stadium, where we'll have the finals in a week and a half from now. Croatia looking damaging again, straight into Zwangabani. The shot fired in from Tomicic. And Croatia already peppering the goals, 5-1. Statistics very much in Croatia's favour in all aspects of the game. And the foul has been called against Australia. Amendolia is the man. Both teams allowed 5 fouls before they send their opponents to the 10-metre penalty. The first against Australia. Suarez out there, cleared away by Amendolia. Gricha. Still there. Tomicic, clever work, onto his left. Tomicic, just wide. Well, he passed 2 and couldn't finish it off. So close to number 2 for Croatia. The man they missed so badly in the first game got it past and just wide of the right upright. Del Pont on the far side, taken away by Amendolia, but he had 3 opponents out there. Gricha taking it back to Budikin in goal. Australia just can't get a sniff of it at the moment. Amendolia down the far side, but Del Pont, another chance, it was almost there. Was Suarez leaving his goal wide open. One has got through so far, and it was almost number 2 here. Closing in quickly was Gricha after Del Pont put in the pass. It could well have been 3-0 to Croatia. Wells into the right side of the net. Wells is the target man who comes on to replace McCaw. McCaw in the starting 5. Wells with his opportunity. The Australians created opportunities in their first match. Couldn't make the most of them. Zwangabani out to Amendolia. Way to the left. Croatia 1, Australia 0. Getting towards the midway point of the first half here. Zwangabani. Way out of play, it's going to be a goal kick. There was a deflection off Del Pont. Now the long clearance from Suarez. Clash of bodies down there. Wells, he had the goalkeeper and also Gricha to beat. Australia take the ball. Not for long though. Once again, Del Pont. Del Pont to his left, through the legs of Wells. Gricha will go to Tomacic on the left. Holding onto the ball, the Croatians. Now onto his left. Running out of room and taken by Suarez. Australia persevering with these long clearances. Aitchison, Wells. 2 to beat Jason Wells. Australian corner. 9.5 minutes gone. And Croatia scoring after 5 minutes through Matic. Amendolia, second time, what a save! What a save! Now Wells tried to put the shot away. The ball was already in the keeper's hands. And the keeper, Budikin, is hurt. There it was. Well, the ball, to be fair, was a little loose. And Budikin copping a nasty one. So a foul. Australia's foul count 1 and Croatia 0. Warming up now for Croatia, awaiting his chance. Once again, Grodovic. But the keeper, as Jim Roberts looks on with some concern. He was down, it was a powerful shot, good save. Just a slight fumble, and Wells thought he had a chance. Matic. Chaljak. Well, off the foot there, Hewitt. Chaljak to the skipper. He has to play it back on the other side of the halfway. Matic. Stopping it cleverly. Where will he go? He goes round towards the D. And Chaljak can't quite control it. Hewitt. Brett Hewitt, 29-year-old from the Sydney Falcons. Aitchison, he loses it. Now Croatia with the numbers. They can pass it back towards the middle. Suarez backing himself. Waited for the ball to come loose and dived on it. Off the boot of Grodovic. Croatia able to score 2 goals against Russia. It wasn't a bad effort because Russia played very well. Shagic scored 1 of them and Matic the other. And already Matic has scored here. In that game against Russia, Matic took the record as his country's leading goal scorer, and he's extended that with the opening goal of this match. 30 for him. Aitchison down. Still there for Croatia. Hewitt does well. Aitchison. This is David Polywater out there for the first time for the Australians. The number 2 plays in the Super Cats club, McCaw. And now Hewitt. For Polywater. But really, that defence from Croatia taking up their positions in a good zone. And Australia unable to penetrate. Suarez. And that is out of play. The Australians have brought 3 keepers to this tournament. Gavin O'Brien didn't see any action in the first match. Adam Confoy, of course, the man who did keep in the first. George Suarez, the man who's out there at the moment. Really possession all with Croatia, 56 to 44%. And reflected on the scoreboard at the moment. Polywater goes back to Aitchison. Australia winning its group against teams like Vanuatu and the Cook Islands, Fiji, New Zealand. And Croatia, as I mentioned, here for the first time. Suarez. Looking up there for McCaw. Getting in the way quickly, though, is Eklic. Well, Croatia are looking good in the first half of this match. They scored the opening goal. They had a couple of opportunities, and Matic was the man who was able to put it away. Australia have had a couple of chances. Wells had one opportunity, but Matic, the man who scored the goal, on the break again. Australia quickly back. Celjak. Eklic. Down goes Dradovic. And the Australians bring up their second foul. So 2 fouls to Australia. And none to Croatia as yet. Dradovic with it. Eklic out there with him, the number 7. And Suarez behind the wall, and it was almost chipped in by Celjak. Well, it beat the wall wide of the keeper, and Celjak was just waiting for the deflection. This is how it nearly became number 2. It was there for Celjak. Couldn't capitalise. Eklic. Australia defending grimly at the moment. Jim Roberts' team down by a goal. The top 2 teams in this group go through to the next phase. 16 teams at the start. Dradovic around Amendolia. Goal! Dradovic! He did it all himself. And Dradovic gets number 2 for Croatia. This is how he did it. Around Amendolia, past Poliwata, and past Suarez, the goalkeeper. And Dradovic gets himself onto the score sheet. First time in the tournament, played well enough to deserve a goal in the last match against Russia. It's 2-0 to Croatia. Eklic. He's got Poliwata in front of him. Eklic into Poliwata and over the line. Eklic to take it. There's the man who scored number 2 for Croatia, Robert Dradovic. He's the target once again, but Australia take it. Poliwata. Back to Zwangabani. And out to Hewitt. Australia down by 2. Suarez. Too easy for Budigan at the other end. Eklic. Loose pass there from Matic, allowing Amendolia in. His pass just making Zwangabani double back. Australia's problem, apart from the foul difficulty they found themselves in against Costa Rica, was the lapses in concentration. Amendolia in front was Eklic, and there's the shot. Oh! Hewitt from a long way out, didn't miss it by too much. Australia led 1-0 in that first game, but then those 2 lapses just before half-time, and Costa Rica led at the break and went further ahead as the match progressed. This time Croatia leading well from early on, 2-0, with 4.5 minutes from half-time as Amendolia sends it in. Eklic. Celjak. Now Dradovic, the man who scored a moment ago, clever work, onto his left, will take it back with his right to the captain, Matic. Now it's Dradovic. Dradovic again. Little deflection, it's going to be a corner. George Suarez, 24-year-old Australian goalkeeper from the Sydney Falcons club. Celjak. 3 of the Croatian players gain experience in the strong Italian league. Another, of course, is about to play in the United States. Here goes Matic again! Matic! Croatia. The assist came from Grodovic on the far side, and it was a lovely little chip into the back of the net. Here's Grodovic from the right side, past the Australian defence, and the captain said, "I will take that, thank you." Matic gets his second. So another goal to Croatia, a 3-0 lead, and Australia have called for a timeout. Croatia 3, Australia 0. Well, what about this man Matic? He's the veteran of the team, the skipper, as we see him on the right of screen. 36 years of age, plays for AS Bergamo, and he's given this Australian team some real problems. 2 goals out of Croatia's first 3, and it's up to the Australians now to come back, try to hold Croatia in the last 5 minutes of this half. Matic taking a break, but Croatia in a very strong position, and deservedly so. So 3-0 the scoreline. It's been a polished performance by Croatia. Tomicic is back out there. Zwangabani works the ball past him. Simon Keith is into the action for the first time for Australia. Amendolia to Poliwata. Amendolia, good ball. Poliwata couldn't quite get on to it. It was a good move from Amendolia, and David Poliwata couldn't quite collect it with his right boot. Gricha, biggest man in this Croatian team. Tomicic, one of the leanest. Very tall man. And so too is Aklec. Tomicic once again. Croatia so creative going forward. Alabic, Tomicic, back to Alabic. They are playing with great confidence at the moment. Suarez. The shot coming in from Gricha. Inside the last few minutes, the last 3 minutes of this first half. And Croatia leading Australia 3-0. Officials looking on. Important competition this for FIFA. So keen to see futsal develop at an international level, as it is at a growing rate. Zwangabani, some 46 teams attempted to qualify for the 96 World Championships. That number rose to 70 for the year 2000. Keith, almost tripping on his own feet. Poliwata. There's the ball for Keith, and out comes Budigan. So that was a huge increase, an increase of around 40% from 1996 to the year 2000. And there's every indication the numbers will grow immeasurably for 2004. Amendolia. Australia will take it. Off the body of Tomicic. Well, the ball hasn't been down that end too often for Australia. Amendolia got it through. He found an opening there, but there was nobody to take advantage. And there's just a little bit of moisture out there on the court where that last play took place from. There's Amendolia. And he was well wide, and probably hoping that a teammate would have been able to accept the pass. Grodovic, as the moisture has been mopped up, can make the surface very slippery. The perspiration from the players. Tomicic. Devasacic. Well wide with the shot. That was Alabic. Croatia with plenty of opportunities. Around the corner from Wells, missing the left upright. Well, that was the quick clearance again from one end by Suarez. And it was one of the few that has found its mark. Wells losing his opponent and then passing the keeper, but it was wide to the left. Croatia through Tomacic now. Through the middle, Tomacic trying to get around Amendolia. Now onto his left. Into Swangabani. Alabic. Attempt on target, Croatia 4. Australia 1. Well, from only 4 on target, Croatia have done very well to put away 3 of them. Tomacic. Gricha back that way. Now over to the right side. Ivašagić goes back. Gricha. Tomacic. Gets the ball now. Up goes the shot. It was hopeful from Alabic. It was strong, forceful, but well high and wide. And Croatia certainly enjoying more freedom than they had. Well trapped by Wells, but lost possession. Tomacic again. And back to Gricha. Just over a minute remaining before half-time. Croatia searching, building, trying for a 4th goal. Tomacic. Devasacic. Devasacic still going. Can't get the shot in. Gricha was the target. Amendolia was the man who ended up with it. Now Nolan. Nolan under pressure. It's over the side. It'll be Croatia's possession. Gricha is the man to take it. He's got Tomacic lurking well to his right. That's the way it goes. Tries to get around Wells. Wells takes it away. Has he got support? On the far side he's got Nolan. Swangabani the near side. Swangabani, it's too long. Goal kick. Well, first positive attacking movement by the Australians, passing the ball as they took it down the court. But ultimately the last pass was too long. Tomacic. In it goes from Devasacic. Inside the last 30 seconds of the half, Suarez. And the call is against Suarez, a 4-second call, I fancy. And it goes back to the other end. So it's going to be a free kick going the way of Croatia. Outside of the area, the wall in place. Wells with his back to the action. 3 in the wall, the keeper just behind. And another player out to the right. Now Gricha. Croatia searching for a 4th goal. Right on the death at half-time. There goes the shot. Into the wall. Alabic put the shot away. Still the corner. Amendolia scoops the ball back up the pitch. Budigan. It'll come back quickly. Alabic has it. One last attacking movement is still available on the clock for this team from Croatia. And now they decide to chew up the clock and allow half-time to be signalled. And what a half it's been by Croatia. They lead Australia 3-0. The goals coming from Matic in the 5th minute. Then it was Gradovic. And then 5 minutes before half-time, Matic, the captain, scored a second time. Croatia 3, Australia 0. Half-time in this Group C encounter at Teodoro Flores Stadium. As we have a look at the goals, there was the first of them through Matic.
改正の考え方、フットサルの特徴を生かすスピーディーさを助長しよう、それからフェアプレーを確保しよう、これについてはですね、やはり3つぐらいなポイントがあるのかと思います。でその一つはまずハーフウェイラインを越えてゴールキーパーがボールを投げていい。これまではハーフウェイラインを越えてゴールキーパーはボールを投げることができませんでした。やはりゴールキーパーというのは特殊な存在ですので、そのプレーには制限がありました。しかしながら今度の改正でゴールキーパーはトップのプレイヤーに直接正確なパスが投げられる。そうすればスピーディーにプレーが展開できる。あるいはそこから早い得点が生まれるということもあると思います。もう一つはそのフットサルのピッチというのは縦が40メートル、横が20メートル、大体そうなんですけども、このピッチを全て広く使うことができるんじゃないかと。2つ目のポイントです。自由な交代というものがより進められることになりました。今まではボールがインプレー中に自由に交代できるのはフィールドプレーヤーだけだったんですね。でこれがゴールキーパーも含められるということになりました。フットサルでは4秒ルールというものが適用されて、何でも早く観客や選手を飽きさせないような速いプレーが求められてますね。でゴールキーパーの交代についても、ボールがインプレー中にやっていいよということがあると思います。でこれはですね、フィールドプレーヤーがゴールキーパーのユニフォームを着て、ピッチに立って5人でプレーをする。もちろんそのゴールキーパーとしての資質が、能力というものが高くないんで、リスクではあると思うんですけども、逆に言うと攻撃的になると、こういうプレーができるようになったということがあると思います。もう一つ、3つ目となると思いますけれども、これまで、反則を1チーム6つ重ねると第2 PK ペナルティーマークから壁がないゴールキーパーと1対1のフリーキックが与えられました。でこの距離がこれまではゴールラインから12メートルのところでした。しかしながら今年の改正でゴールラインから10メートルのところになりました。10メートルというとやはりそこから壁がなくてゴールキーパーと1対1であれば非常に得点のチャンスが生まれると思います。これは得点のチャンスを増やすということでもあるんですけれども、やはり反則をより少なくしようと。フットサルというのはサッカーのそのエッセンスのようなゲームです。反則をなるべく少なくしてフェアプレーに徹して行ってくださいというようなところなのかと思います。
日本フットサル連盟はですね、本年今まで20数年の歴史の中で初めて改組再編という形を取らせていただきまして、全国の地域にの代表の理事を入れていただいて、それで各地域にまで全国展開ができるようにという組織を改編しました。その中で日本フットサル連盟がこれからやらなきゃいけないこととかということが自然と出てきたわけですけど、その中でやっぱり一番大事なことはリーグ戦を各地域でやっていただこうということに、決めましてですね、各地域にできるだけ早い時期にリーグ戦を展開していただいて、それでその トータルの中でその上には日本を代表するリーグが将来的にできればというのが目標にですね、競技性の一つはそれがあります。それからもう一つは、普及ということではサッカーのファミリーがたくさん増えるように、我々の中で、いつでもどこでも誰でもという理念のもとにですね、多くの方がサッカーを愛し、それでフットサルの愛好者になっていただいてですね、サッカーファミリーを拡大していくというのが、一つの狙いであります。
Welcome back to Teodoro Flores Stadium. It's half-time in the match between Croatia and Australia. Croatia leading 3-0, and the second half is just about to get underway. A very impressive performance by Croatia in the opening 20 minutes of action. And I think their coach, Marijan Bruncic, would be well pleased with their performance so far. As the second half is now underway, Gradovic, one of the goal scorers in the first half, taking an early possession. Australia still with Suarez as their goalkeeper, but at the other end there has been a change for Croatia. Papez has taken the place of Budigan. And he'll be into the action very early, although the pass doesn't go back there from Gradovic. Eklic. Fast run down the left side. Gradovic almost had a little touch on it. Eklic to Gradovic and just waiting to get a little deflection, and the goal was open. It's still with him. Gradovic. Now Chuljak. Chuljak still there. The keeper on the floor. Chuljak running out of room now. Still battling for it, and finally good defensive pressure by the Australians, and Suarez will bring it back. The skipper, Matic. Gradovic to Matic now. Gradovic will go through the centre. There goes the pass. Gradovic onto his left. Oh, the save from Suarez. Bouncing into the ground. Gradovic, loose ball, cleared away by Polywater for Australia. Not for long. Gradovic again. Gradovic wide to the right. Interesting to watch. Well, there are the tactics again employed by Suarez. I was about to say interesting to see what he does in the second half. The clearances weren't good in the first. Not that that would concern Mr. Bruncic, the coach of the Croatian team. Eklic. Matic is there with him. Score of 2 goals. High ball there for Eklic, but Suarez clearing it back down the other end. Papez will take it. The man who is now in goal for Croatia. Well, they're trying to keep it open for Gradovic. And why not? Because he really does give them a big option when they go forward. Gradovic back to the skipper, Matic. Davoshagic goes down. Zwangabani is the Australian. Out comes the keeper, Papez. Goes back his way now, Matic. Gradovic again. Zwangabani knocks it away. Makor, Zwangabani, back to Suarez. Long ball from Suarez, knocked back by Papez. Well, there's no doubt when the Australians are playing, the goalkeepers have to be on their toes, even when the ball is at the other end, because it comes back quickly. Zwangabani, taken by Gradovic over the line. Elliot Zwangabani, 27-year-old. Now Polywater, Makor, Hewitt. Polywater. Zwangabani. Australia lost all their matches at the 1996 World Championships, losing to Ukraine, also Egypt and Spain. Lost to Costa Rica first up here, and Croatia certainly in a very strong position in match two. It doesn't get any easier because the third match in this pool is against Russia, who shape as the strongest of all the teams. Polywater to McCaw, and Australia will take it from the side. 3 minutes into the second half of this match. Polywater over the top, Gradovic with the head. Now the long ball from Gradovic, just too long for Choljak, making good ground down the right. As for Croatia, if they can take the points from this match, they then face Costa Rica. Costa Rica were 6-2 winners over Australia. So it could be a very even encounter. Choljak just wide. Costa Rica did look good against Australia, but they were outclassed against Russia. The Russians winning earlier today 6-1. But likewise, Croatia, without Tomicic, was beaten by Russia as well. So it could be a very interesting tussle to see who the second team is going through from Group C through to the quarterfinals. Hewitt will take it for Australia. McCaw makes his way into the area, but it goes back to Amendolia. Now Hewitt, forced to go backwards, will turn it over to Zwangabani. No, he goes straight back to the keeper, Suarez. Took a deflection on its way down. Chance for Amendolia. McCaw, best chance, Australia. Putting it wide to the far side. Well, that was the best scoring opportunity they've had for a long, long while. It was 2-on-1 down there. Amendolia got the pass away. McCaw just forcing it wide. And still Australia yet to get on the scoreboard. Tomicic is out there now. And almost back click into the net. What a goal! What a sensational goal! Del Pont has put it in with the back of his foot. And Del Pont has scored one of the goals of the tournament. Well, he was facing the wrong way. He had the keeper and Zwangabani to beat, and he just clipped it back into the net. No power on it, but scooping it with the heel. And that's the fourth goal scored for Croatia. Croatia 4, Australia 0. Well, that is exciting. Del Pont. The game is always exciting, futsal. So far, so many goals. Loose ball down there. Hewitt trying to pounce for Australia. He will take the ball from the side. Amendolia adjusting his gear. And Hewitt goes back to Amendolia, who shoots high and hard from just inside the halfway. Papez, who traded places with Buttigieg at half-time. Amendolia will go to Hewitt. Amendolia now across to Zwangabani. One thing that was apparent in the first half, the different Australian approach than they had against Costa Rica, they did get themselves into awful foul trouble in both halves in their opening match. There was clearly the desire to stay out of foul trouble in this match. This is a good break from McCaw. McCaw just wide to the right this time. Shooting it from 12 metres. And as a result, in that first half, as we see that shot from McCaw, it had plenty on it. The Australians registered just 2 fouls, but they did concede, importantly, 3 goals. Gricha from the side. After half-time, the Croatians have added, of course, a fourth through Del Pont. So leading by 4-0 at the moment. Tomacic from just inside 10 metres. Now from the spot. Oh, my word. He was right on the 6-metre line. Plenty on it. And Suarez got his hands to it, knocking it over the top. Here's Tomacic. Made good ground, shooting from 6. And Suarez, his hands. From the corner. Oh, Tomacic was looking at the back of the net instead of the ball. He was starting the celebrations, you fancy, but didn't make contact. That's the way I play golf. An air swing from Tomacic. Hewitt from the side. Amendolia. Zwangabani. Gricha. Malvasia goes out to the right side to Tomacic. Doesn't miss it this time, Tomacic. Now working it around again, out to Del Pont, the man who scored that back of the heel goal a moment ago. Tries it with his left foot, but Zwangabani was pressuring, and it goes over the line. So once again, Croatia will put it back into play. 4-0. And now it's Tomacic. Same spot as a moment ago. And Suarez. Loose ball. A little fumble. But got it a second time before Del Pont's good pounce. Gricha. Del Pont. Del Pont around the corner. Malvasia. And again, too deep. Too deep. So Australia with a chance to clear it away. Really, Croatia doing so well with their shots on goal in the first half. So many on target. The important thing from Croatia is on target, 6-1. And they made the most of their chances, scoring off those 6 on target, 4 goals. Can't ask for too much more than that. Gricha. He's been a good player. He's had a lot of time out on the pitch so far, this man, Gricha. 28-year-old. He picked up a yellow card in the first game, so he needs to watch himself in this match and also in the next against Costa Rica. Wells. And Wells also picked up a yellow card. In fact, so did Aitchison. 3 of the Australians did in the first game. This is Zwangabani. Corner for Australia, and that is something of a rarity. Over the top from Amendolia. They haven't had too many opportunities from the corner, the Australians. 3, Croatia 5. This is the very tall player out there, Alabic, tallest man out there. Some 6'6", 2 metres tall. Wells chopping it off before Tomacic could get a clean go at it. Tomacic will be playing for the next 4 years with Detroit in the USA. That's why he missed the first game. He stopped over in the United States to sign that contract. Aitchison, Wells. So he's agreed to terms, and that's good news indeed for Tomacic. And I dare say good news for the game of futsal in Croatia. Most members of this team play as amateurs, as we have another look at this incident with Wells. Save at the other end, Suarez. Wells again trying to control it. He's got support from Zwangabani. Does it himself, Wells. Now goes down. No whistle. Alabic. Now Tomacic. Tomacic hits the upright. Well, Suarez was down on his back trying to save it. And the shot was rifled in from Tomacic. And it taking the deflection into the woodwork. The left upright. Halabic. Tomacic. They can work it around. They have plenty of goal-scoring options. Charapina is out there for the first time, number 2. Sent the pass in. Hewitt has it for Australia. And Simon Aitchison now, who is the acting captain effectively, as Adam Confoy didn't get a place in the starting 5. Instead, Juarez, who sends it long downfield. Headed back Croatia's way. Tomacic. Good ball. Suarez is out of position, but he's got support from Amendolia and his other defenders. Amendolia going through. Forced out by Charapina. It's Jamie Amendolia, number 12 for Australia, scored and received the yellow card in the first game. Hero and villain. Croatia still dominating possession of the ball, and that's much the way it was at half-time. 57-43. Approaching the midway point of the second half. Australia fighting to make inroads through Amendolia now. He's a creative player. Corner to be taken by Simon Aitchison, as Papez is the goalkeeper. Amendolia. Fast break from Del Pont. Del Pont still going. Suarez saves. Fast run down the left side from this man Del Pont. Halabic. 4-0 the scoreline. 29.5 minutes gone. The match of 2 20-minute halves of actual playing time. And it's a match that Croatia have had the better of. Halabic. Charapina. Devashagic passed it back to him. Devashagic again. Does well to get it to Charapina, but Suarez is there. Well, they're just waiting to find a crack in that Australian defence, trying to patiently wait to find an opening before they put the shot in. And that was indicated in the statistics we've seen. Not too many shots on goal, really, but importantly, a big percentage of them right on target. Coach would be very happy, Mr. Bruncic. Aitchison to McCaw. Taken away from McCaw. Aitchison again. Hewitt around the corner. McCaw wasn't quite expecting it. McCaw traps it again. Zwangabani to Aitchison. Hewitt, the veteran of the side, is out there as well, the number 3. Good trap. Devashagic. Australia there with numbers though. Zwangabani did well to get it out to Aitchison. Zwangabani just had to run onto it, couldn't quite control it. And Devashagic will mop up for Croatia. Charapina. Del Pont. Del Pont loses it. Hewitt pouncing. Rolling to Papas. Man who came out at half-time, replacing Budigan. Croatia still to play Costa Rica in this group. And that really does shape as a wonderful match. In 2 days' time, into the side of the net. Halabic putting in the shot. Just a little deflection. He will take the corner. Halabic. Big, tall man. Del Pont around the corner, chipping it over the top. He never looked likely. But that man, Del Pont, has scored a wonderful goal in this second half. The 4th goal for Croatia, giving them a 4-0 lead. Hewitt. Simon Aitchison. Back it goes to Papas. Aitchison tries to put pressure on him. Suarez at the other end. Goal kick, keepers both in action. Hewitt, his pass goes astray. Charapina, now Aitchison. Hewitt on the far side. On the near side, Makora! And out came Papas. Two Croatians falling into each other. Del Pont still going. Goal kick for the Australians. Zwangabani. Well, Croatia certainly improving as this tournament goes on. There's no doubt that they faced a much tougher opponent in their opening game. They did well in the first half against Russia, keeping Russia goalless. Again, Grudovic, but just rolling it to the near side. So that was a fine performance. It was a very defensive first half in their opening match, but Russia got the better of them in the second. From one end to the other again. Now, though, against Australia, they're finding their goal-scoring ability. And that augurs well for the remainder of the tournament, should they advance to the next round. And that really all depends on their performance in the next game. Grudovic. Wells was battling hard against him. Gricha, the back pass. That was good. And into the net. Chuljak! Number 5 as Chuljak scores his first. Croatia going further in front here at Teodoros Flores Stadium. Coach Bruncic watching all the skills on display, as Gricha it was who really set it up with that lovely pass on the far side, and finally it was Chuljak who put it into the net. Diving keeper, but Suarez really left with no chance. Chuljak getting his first. But Croatia 5, Australia 0, and Wells putting the shot in at the other end for Australia. So 5-0 the scoreline, and that's with 6.5 minutes remaining as Australia call a timeout. This is the shot put in there by Wells, but to no avail, and Papas was quickly across to make the save. Well, Marian Bruncic would be well pleased. So too is that man who scored the goal, Chuljak. Celebrations are starting already, and why not? Chuljak scoring his first goal. His first of the tournament, the 25-year-old who plays in the Italian league. And really it was made easy for him in the end, but you've got to be in the right spot to put them away, and that's exactly where Chuljak was. So Australia's timeout. Wells having a drink, Suarez and Jim Roberts, the coach, addressing them. 60-second timeouts. Both sides allowed one each in each half of futsal. The scorelines for Australia in '96 reading 11-2 against the Ukraine, Egypt 8-2 and Spain 7-0. We started with a 6-2 defeat against Costa Rica here, and now they trail Croatia by 5-0 with 6.5 minutes remaining. A learning process for this side. Zwangabani to take the corner. Amendolia, long shot! It wasn't too bad either. It was high, it was powerful. But it always takes an element of luck from that distance with so many players in front, and it wasn't too high over the crossbar. Eklic goes to Gricha, the man who played an important part in that 5th goal for Croatia. Eklic. Chuljak, the man who scored it. So much talent out there. Grudovic has already scored a goal himself in this match. Eklic to Grudovic. Grudovic on the left. Tries to get his shot in. Not quite. Just a little hesitation and plenty of pressure applied by Australia at the vital moment before he could get the shot in. Eklic. Grudovic around the corner perhaps. Not quite. Zwangabani. Now Gricha. Now the chance. Eklic goes down. Well, he's given the penalty. Eklic going down in the D, and Zwangabani trying to argue with referee Fasao Suzuki as we look at it again. Well, Zwangabani went down first, and then Eklic followed. Regardless of what we think, importantly, the referee has decided it's a penalty. Gradovic to take it. Gradovic to put it into the net. It's 6-0 to Croatia as Gradovic gets his second. And real celebrations on the sideline for Croatia. A match of celebration as we have another look at this strike from Gradovic. Top left-hand corner. And he makes it that scoreline of 6-0. Gradovic, Gricha, Gradovic again to Eklic. Decides to stay with the ball himself to the big man Gricha. Chopped up by White. Matthew White having a brief time out there on the pitch. Taking it from the halfway now. Hewitt. Flash of heads down the sideline. The call going Australia's way. Hewitt. Just over 5 minutes remaining. And plenty of substitutions being made for Croatia. They can all play a part in this celebration win. It will be their first victory at this level of competition. World Championship finals. The last 16 teams. Of course, Croatia making their first appearance at the championships. 5th at the European Championships. That served them in good stead. And they have qualified for the European Championships to be held next year as well. Alabic. And that goes, and wide it goes from Malvasia. Charapina is out there, number 2, getting back there quickly in the Australian attacking zone. Nice ball from Aitchison, just a little too wide for Zwangabani. Put him under pressure with that big man Alabic, who came in to put the pressure on. Aitchison again, little deflection. Papas comes out to cover. White was closing in on that for Australia. White gets the ball cleverly. Aitchison. Zwangabani to Hewitt. Australia putting some passes together. Aitchison. Back with Hewitt. Goes into the middle. White does well. That was a good save. It was a good strike. And saved there by Jukic. Well, Jukic getting his first touch. The third of the keepers used. And it was an important touch as well. Matthew White making the strike. Not quite beating the keeper. Charapina. Just about all 14 players have been out there on the pitch for Croatia. It's great experience for them, with important matches still to come. And 3 keepers have now been used in the match so far. Nice little knock on there over the top of Suarez, committing himself to the ball. There's going to be a corner. Deep to the halfway, Charapina, Alabic, Charapina running through. Decides to go back though, Malvasia around Hewitt. Hewitt got a leg there, and it's a foul called against Australia. Well, Australia were disciplined in the first half, conceding just 2 fouls, and now they've conceded 3 so far in the second, so it's been a much improved effort in that area than the first game of the tournament. Oh, well, that was loose. Waiting for it was Tomicic. Hewitt. Oh, he missed it. I think it was intentional though, Alabic. Knew that Jukic was back there. Squaring it up. Swangabani to Aitchison though. Aitchison again. Loses it. And down. Aitchison's going to help him up, but it's another foul against Australia. And that is foul number 4. Or is it in fact the 5th? Regardless, it's against Aitchison, and regardless, not yet the 10-metre penalty. Still could cause some problems though. Alabic got his foot on it. Australia with indeed their 5th foul. So once it gets to 6, of course, their opponents will go to the 10-metre penalty spot. Malvasia. Alabic has been a good player, very big, strong man on the left side. Cherapina losing the ball to Hewitt. Now Aitchison on the far side making good ground for Australia. Nolan back to Hewitt. Nolan again, but they chewed up a bit of time there, and the Croatian defenders were quickly back into position. Over the sideline, Nolan will take it. Nolan is the youngest member of this team, just 19 years of age. Amendolia, 23-year-old, his 2nd World Championships. So too Swangabani. Aitchison. Amendolia again. But really, they can hold on to the ball at the moment, but it's difficult to find too many opportunities out there. The ball going down the right sideline and eventually over the goal line. Tomacic. When you consider that this team of Croatian players relying heavily on those that play in the Italian league, and Tomacic, who will be heading to the United States, but other than that, amateur players, and several of the top teams here professionals or semi-professionals. So this is an impressive performance by Croatia. They did stretch Russia, make Russia work for their victory. And they may yet be a force in these championships. Amendolia over the sideline. Croatia to take it with just over a minute of play remaining. Tomacic. It's been an awesome performance by Croatia. Save there, loose ball. No Croatian player within cooey though of Suarez. Nolan. And Australia will take a corner. So a dominant performance by this man's team. Martic scoring in the 5th minute. Gradovic scoring 5 minutes later, then Martic again at the 15-minute mark of the first half, giving Croatia a 3-0 lead at half-time. And they've since added another 3 goals in the second half. Del Pont, Chaljak and Gradovic with his 2nd. Aitchison rolling it back gently to Suarez. Futsal scores can blow out, but that's part of the excitement of the game. It's a game of high scoring. 2 seconds remaining. Over the sideline. Australia to have one last play at the ball. Aitchison. Over the sideline, and it is all over. Well done, Croatia and coach Marijan Brancic. Croatia, handsome victories over Australia. by a scoreline of 6-0. Their second match in Group C here at Guatemala 2000. Croatia 6, Australia 0. Good performance by Croatia. The statistics